So starting this up, a quick disclaimer. This guide's gonna be done, or this guide was done, a little differently. I had to do it all strictly on a replay because my first run was flawless. Aced that in about 15 minutes, tops. Got all the collectibles and everything. And then Elgato said, bravo, let me go ahead and delete this recording real quick. So, as I'm going through this guide, you're gonna see things like the Sentinel Crystal, the Secret Encounter, and other collectibles already done because I already did this damn mission. But still useful guide, still talk about fights, demon placements, stuff like that. So, with that out of the way, enjoy the video. So you made it all the way to Nekravol Part 2. Luckily for you, this is probably the shortest mission right next to Sentinel Prime, with not that many big fights. Truth be told, it is a little bit of an easy mission as long as you know what demons trigger the next waves, how to move about the arena, and you know, the general stuff, and how to beat the much more challenging fights. Now, as we usually go about these guides, in case you guys have missed any of the previous levels or are new to the channel or new to these guides, these are level by level guides on how to beat Doom Eternal on Ultra Nightmare. Done every single level all the way up to Nekravol Part 2, so if you guys are struggling on any mission or need some additional tips, maybe get you out of that mental rut, feel free to check out the entire playlist in the top right hand corner of your screen. With that out of the way, let's get started. Right off the bat, as soon as you load in, you're kind of already at a disadvantage. You're going to be moving up this incline of stairs, presented with a small crowd of fodder demon, and after going through a number of them, a pain elemental is ultimately going to spawn about midway through these stairs. So no matter what, you kind of want to keep your attention on the stairs. You don't want to get caught off guard by the pain elemental spawning in, and your back being to him, or being hit by a lost soul just randomly or unexpectedly. So what I like to do is meat hook one of the fodder demon, launch a grenade in the crowd, maybe follow up with another grenade, but keep my eye on that spawn point, so that way as soon as it spawns, I can immediately take it out with a lock-on burst, ballista, super shotgun combination. Takes care of him very quickly. After that, you're going to dash over to this platform, and as soon as you pull yourself up, there's going to be two Kaka demons that spawn. There's going to be one immediately to your right here, and then there's going to be one along the way. I take care of both of them with a quick arbalist shot, and then as soon as you dash to the next platform, one final Kaka demon is going to spawn, blocking that dash power up. After he's dealt with a quick arbalist shot, you're going to come into this room where you got to deal with a Revenant, some fodder demon, a Carcass, and a Prowler. Now what I do pretty much all the time is as soon as I come within range of that shield soldier, I meat hook him, fire a grenade down there, throw myself up top, deal with any immediate fodder demons, and then prioritize that Revenant. Besides the remaining fodder demon, mind you, there are still a Carcass and a Prowler in the same arena, so I try to stay as fluid and aware of all the demons around me as much as I possibly can. I try to take care of that Revenant ASAP. Sometimes it doesn't work out and I'm being pressured a little heavily, so in those situations what I would do is drop down the left or right hand side of this little bridge and then focus on whatever demon is closest to me, whether if it's the Prowler, the Revenant, or the Carcass. It's all about being aware of what demon is in a position of doing the most damage to you and focusing on that demon first. I also want to take this opportunity to remind you, if you're using a rune like Blood Fueled, Glory Kills and Chainsaws are always gonna come in clutch, because not only are you invulnerable during those animations, whether if you have that rune or not, the little speed boost you're gonna get from performing a glory kill or performing a chainsaw is always a nice little get out of jail free card, so to speak. And once the small encounter is clear, you're gonna come down this hallway, and instead of going left, you're gonna turn to your right, and the last Sentinel Crystal is right here. Grab it. After picking up that Sentinel Crystal, you're gonna come into this big room where as soon as this cutscene ends, a Mancubus is gonna spawn directly in front of you. At the same time, a Revenant is gonna spawn in the back right hand corner along with a bunch of fodder demon. I always immediately prioritize that Mancubus. If you have 3 chainsaws saved up, immediately get rid of that Mancubus like I do right here. If you can't take him out with a chainsaw, that's fine. A lock-on burst sticky bomb works as well, or you can just go ape shit with an ice grenade, super shotgun, ballista combination. But as soon as that Mancubus is taken care of, I go to the back right hand corner and deal with that Revenant, then swoop back around, taking care of all the fodder demon down the center. Once that fodder demon is taken care of, I go to the center stage, dealing with all the fodder demon around there. But the key here is to keep your eye on the center stage, as a Baron of Hell is going to spawn, and you want to deal with him ASAP. Maybe hit him with an ice grenade, double frag, and anything else you can pretty much throw at him. After the Baron of Hell spawns, a Pain Elemental is also going to spawn, so you want to deal with that Baron immediately, or even meat hook the Baron, throw yourself closer to the Pain Elemental, and take care of the Pain Elemental with a lock-on burst, ballista, super shotgun blast. But after the Pain Elemental and the Baron of Hell are taken care of, 2 Whiplashes are going to spawn dead center, and this is where I like to pick up the power-up, which is located from the entrance on the right-hand side of the arena. Once I snag that power-up, I lock-on burst both the Whiplashes, and then immediately turn my attention to the Doom Hunter that's now spawned at the entrance. Now, pro tip, you want to be as efficient with this power-up as much as you possibly can. So if you are struggling with locking on onto those whiplashes, or you're being harassed by a prowler, or you're really close to the pain elemental who's still alive for whatever reason, focus on them. This is the way I move about the arena, and it's how I move consistently because it works very well for me. But in your situation, once you pick that power up, your goal is always to get as many demons out of this arena as possible. Don't waste it on fodders though. You always want to focus on heavy demons, you know, the type of demons that require 3 chainsaws to get rid of, whether that being prowlers, carcass, pain elementals, or even something that you can't chainsaw like the Baron. But this fight should be pretty straightforward, especially with all your sentinel crystals and your predator suit pretty much maxed out at this point. You really shouldn't be having that much trouble. After this arena is cleared, you're going to come across a secret encounter, which I recommend taking care of. At this point in the game, it's not that hard, but again, like always, you don't want to end your run because of an optional fight. So to add to that, if you don't need any more additional weapon points, then don't go for it. You don't have to. But if you do activate the secret encounter, there's going to be a Hell Knight and a Cyber Mancubus. As soon as you activate it, the Hell Knight is going to be immediately to your right here. Hit him with an ice bomb and a lock-on from the rocket launcher. That'll immediately kill him. Then you can focus all your attention on the Cyber Mancubus that's coming from the opposite end of the hallway. You can hit him with a grenade to stagger him, falter him, lock-on burst, a ballista shot, super shotgun, hit him with another grenade to falter him again, and you should be alright. And congrats, you're about 75% through with Nekravol. It is this short. Now in this next fight, you're going to come across a Arachnotron, some fodder demon, a Dread Knight, and a Carcass. The big things here, when you kill the Dread Knight, and I'm assuming the Arachnotron as well, I always kill the Arachnotron and then the Dread Knight, but I'm assuming the Archvile is tied to the Dread Knight, so as soon as the Dread Knight is killed, the Archvile is going to spawn. So you might want to take that into consideration in the order of demons that you kill. What I would do is focus on the Arachnotron, the Carcass, the Revenant up top, and then the Dread Knight. In a perfect world. Sometimes I take care of the Dread Knight because that little bastard won't get off my ass. Other times, the game will throw an empowered demon at me, which one of the times turned out to be the Revenant that spawns up top. So in that situation, I actually prioritized the Revenant first, took care of the Arachnotron, the Carcass, and then the Dread Knight. I'm sorry to get off topic, but in this clip, can we just admire the fact that the Carcass just cock-blocked me? The shield was getting ready to take care of the Dread Knight, and he just rejected me. Love this game. You know what else is really neat to admire?
That 70% of my daily viewers are not subscribed.
Where was I? Oh, right. Took care of the Dread Knight, focused on the Carcass, and of course, since the Dread Knight's killed, the Archvile was spawned in the middle of the arena, which normally, if he's not spawned down here, he's spawned up top. He's fairly easy to find, as this arena is so small. Just keep in mind, too, as soon as you take care of him, the Marauder's gonna spawn, and with the Marauder, a whole new wave of fodder demon. I want to take this time to give your boy McCain a special shout out in the Discord, as he's the one that pointed this out. If you time it just right, with the Marauder, you can actually negate the Marauder's shield. We're doing a little bit more testing on the exact science to this, but essentially it looks like, at first glance anyways, as he's dashing towards you, about midway, if you hit him with a ballista shot, you'll actually falter him, which you can follow up with a quick super shotgun blast, and then back up, rinse, and repeat. So possible video on that coming soon. But after you take care of the Marauder, you want to deal with any other demon that's in the arena, preventing you of moving forward, and then the next 5 minutes of the level is basically platforming, nothing too crazy. I do want to say when you come across this area though, there's going to be a Praetor Suit point to your left, dash through that breakable wall, and then when you come across this section, there's a Praetor Suit point all the way behind whatever the hell this thing is. After snagging this Praetor Suit point, you want to head up here, but as you're heading up here, make sure you have your Ice Bomb equipped, because when you break into the hallways with all the demons, we're not going to fight anything. You're going to immediately go towards the jump pad, Ice Bomb, the Cyber Mancubus, and then you're going to keep going forward. There's no reason to fight anything here. And now you're pretty much at the end of the level. Just be aware though, when you're taking out these 2 eyeballs, once you take out the first one, a Dread Knight is going to spawn. So be on your toes as soon as you take that first eyeball out, and be prepared to be rushed. Once the Dread Knight's taken care of, along with the 2 eyeballs, you're now dealing with the last fight of this level. This fight is multi-waved with no real breathing room. Id Software continues to feed heavy demons to you consistently throughout the fight. Luckily for us, the next wave of demons aren't triggered, or the next wave of heavy demons I should say, aren't triggered until you take out the heavy demons that are already in the arena. So fodder demons, feel free to use for chainsaws, glory kills, flame belch, things like that. You don't have to worry about accidentally spawning in an Arachnotron or a Cackle demon by eliminating all the fodder. Just so you know, there's also extra armor and a health pickup on the right hand side of the arena. It's also a good idea to try and isolate demons if you can. At the beginning of this fight, you'll notice that I came down these stairs, dealt with some fodder demon, let the whiplash come to me, and then I dealt with it one-on-one without having to worry all that much about the tyrant. Trying to bait demons to separate themselves from other demons where you can focus on them one-on-one, I think is a really good strategy, especially if you're someone that panics a lot. Of course, you can always utilize things like the Crucible and the BFG if you're someone that likes to rely on heavy weaponry. I mean, there's an extra BFG shot as soon as you jump into this fight, so if you want, right off the bat, you can actually use one of those to help weaken the tyrant, take care of all the other smaller demons. Personally, if I was going to waste a BFG shot like that, I'd wait till the Baron spawns, use it on that, and then when the Doom Hunter spawns at the end of the wave, I'd use the second one on him. Just because I personally don't like fighting Doom Hunters on Ultra Nightmare. It's not that they're hard, just how long it takes for me to take them out varies. And for me, when it comes to Ultra Nightmare, the longer a demon is alive, the higher the chances of things going wrong. But the fight is straightforward. Just stay on the move, utilize the jump pads. Again, you can always fall back on the blood fueled rune. If you're taking a lot of damage, you can chainsaw a demon, get your bearing straight on what's around you, dash in a safe direction, bait other demon to follow you, hit him with the flame belch, blood punch, or anything else you can do to get some of your health or armor back. But honestly, I think, at least for me personally, the biggest threat in this whole fight is the Baron of Hell. I've gotten cornered by that bastard so many times that he's kind of the one I'm always prioritizing and keeping an eye out, trying to keep my distance, and you know, if there's other heavy demons still alive, I chip at them until the Baron gets closer, then I focus exclusively on him. Once you complete the fight, that is it. You have successfully completed Nekravol Part 2 on Ultra Nightmare. What I'd recommend though is stand on the center pad, free the two tyrants, and then before jumping straight down, go back to the entrance and jump and get the secret here. Mainly because there's an extra Praetor Suit point. And from here, it's so much easier to just jump straight into the portal rather than trying to get out of this little crevice, especially if you're on low health. You don't want to risk it. But that's gonna do it for this video. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. What has been the hardest level for you guys up until this point? We have 2 more levels to go, and hopefully you guys have been following along without any issues, and you're right about to get those shiny gold glutes just in time for the DLC. And like always, wrapping this up, if you guys haven't joined the Discord yet, link to that is always down below. It's been growing incredibly well lately. A lot of traffic has been coming from these Ultra Nightmare guides, but I'm not the only one that has completed Ultra Nightmare in the Discord. So if you guys want to come up with alternative strategies or theories or whatever it is, you can always do that. Or if you guys want to chat and play different games, that shit is perfectly fine as well. Lately, the theme has been arguing about how you properly spell the word color. So if you want to be a grammar police, it's great for that too. Like always, guys, my name is Cynic. Thank you all so much for watching, but I'll see you guys in the next one.